So good morning and welcome back to the class. We are with our chapter on practical geometry where we have already discussed two cases where we need to construct a quadrilateral when four sides and one diagonal is given, and also three sides and two diagonals given. This is completed so far. So we will go to the next case for which I require to share my screen. Let me share my screen first. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the third case that we are doing, where you are given three angles and two sides for a quadrilateral. And this is the same thing that I have shared with you in the video. The same construction, now I'm going to show it to you one by one, the step to be followed. Go one by one in the steps. So the quadrilateral given, this itself you can imagine as the rough diagram, where you have the quadrilateral MIST given to you such that two of its adjacent sides, the MI is given as 3.5 and IS is given as 6.5. Apart from the two adjacent sides, three angles are given. One is 75 at M, 105 at I, and 120 at S. All right. So three angles are given and two adjacent sides are given. So how am I going to draw or construct this quadrilateral is what we are going to see today. Clear? So let me go step by step now. I hope you have drawn the rough diagram. So this you imagine as though you have drawn this like the rough diagram on the right hand side corner of your page. You should be writing the question also on the top. That we will do it when we get back to the board. Now concentrate on the steps of the construction. All right. Okay. The first step is line, that is the base of the quadrilateral, which is MI, which is equal to how many centimeters?
Ma'am, 3.5.
3.5
centimeters.
Yes. So you will first draw the base of the quadrilateral, which is 3.5 centimeters. So this is the first step. MI should be labeled, 3.5 centimeters should be written. All right. Now you have two angles, one at M and one at I, both of them given to you. So one by one, we need to draw those angles there. Now the angles given to you were, one was 75, the other one was 105, and the third one is 120. All these three angles can be drawn using a compass itself. You don't require a protractor actually. If you know how to construct them using the compass, please go ahead. Otherwise, you may use your protractor. Now, so we will resume the next step. So the next step is I'm going to construct this 75 at M. So mark the 75 and draw the ray. All right. So you would have kept the protractor at M. From the left, from the right side, you should have counted the 0. Go on till 75. Mark the point at 75. Remove your protractor and draw the ray. All right. So this is how the ray is ready. Maybe you can name that ray as MZ. All right. You make it a little lengthy because later on there should be an intersection point which you have to get. So make it a little long so that there is no confusion later. Okay. Now the next step, you have to come back to the vertex I, where the angle given is equal to, okay, this is marking the angle there. We are showing it as 75. You can mark it there in the diagram. Next at I, the angle is 105. I hope you are seeing the 105 there. Here, the angle will start from the left side. When you were at M, the protractor was to be seen from the right side. The 0 has to be seen from the right side. Now, when you keep your protractor at I, you should know that the 0 is starting from the left side because that is where the baseline is there and that is where the angle will open from. So, you should see that 0 is here. From here, you will start counting. You will reach 90, 100, then 105 here. All right. I hope it is clear. Then you mark that like the previous, draw a ray. and name it as IX. All right, this will be IX, where the angle at I you will mark it as 105 degrees. So it is just showing that it has been measured as 105 and you're writing it there. Okay, what do you think is the next step? Only one side we have used as MI 3.5 centimeters. Actually, in the question, there were two sides, that is the adjacent sides given. MI and IS. IS was given as how much? You can see your rough diagram and tell me.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, it is 6.5 centimeters.
6.5 centimeters.
6.5
So,
centimeters.
to cut an arc of length 6.5 centimeters, what you should do first, you should take your compass and take a radius of 6.5
centimeters.
centimeters. All right. Then with I as center
Ma'am, we
and
should cut the
radius
arc.
6.5 centimeters, cut the arc which will intersect the ray IX at S. All right. So, ಈ arc ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ray, IX ಅನ್ನೋ ray, making an angle of 105 degrees at I. ಆ ray ಅನ್ನ cut ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಈ arc. So, that point of intersection is going to become your S. Can you see? I am keeping the compass at I and drawing the arc with a radius of 6.5 centimeters. A point of intersection ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು S ಅಂತ mark ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. All right. And then you can write that length IS as equal to 6.5 centimeters. Any doubts until now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Share this video.
Yeah, I'll be sharing it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, now the
Okay.
next step is from S, you have to locate the fourth vertex, which is T. So, how will you locate that? The third angle at S is given as 120 degrees. So, you have to take your protractor again, keep it at S. See how the protractor is kept. Can you see how the protractor is kept? It should be kept along the point S. And 0 ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. That is from your IS. This is the baseline. So from here your 0 will start, you will count and then reach 120. Can you see how it is marking there? 120 is marked. Right? So once you mark the 120, you can remove your protractor and join that point with S and extend the line. Can you see already one ray MZ is standing. Now your ray from S, which is making an angle of 120 degrees, will be drawn and the point of intersection will become your vertex T. First you will write what is the angle at S, which is equal to 120 degrees. You are verifying that. Then you are marking the point of intersection between the two rays. That is your MI and XT. Okay, this I have lost, is it? One second. So the point of intersection between the two rays, that is SY and MZ. This point of intersection is going to become your fourth vertex and hence your quadrilateral MIST is ready. Any doubts so far?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. So this was the first construction which I wanted you to do. All right, so I'm coming back to my... So now we will go back and write down what we have to do on the rule side. Any doubt in the construction so far? No.
No doubt.
We'll go. So we'll go ahead with our ruled side, what we have to write. So I'm coming back to the board. Yeah, I hope you're seeing the board behind me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
This was your activity 7. Am I correct? Is it activity 7 that we are doing now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. It's
Write
okay.
the heading as activity 7. On the rule side, you're going to write it. That's why I'm showing it, right? Maybe I went up a little. Don't worry. Because I need some space to write your ideas going. Okay. The first one will be the title. Title will be what? Practical geometry itself.
Some practical geometry.
practical geometry. Then you have to write the objective. Don't be in a hurry to write. Anyway, the video is going to be shared. If you are able to write it neatly, please go ahead. I can give my camera. Yeah, this should be okay. Yeah, what was the objective? To construct a quadrilateral. To construct a quadrilateral when two adjacent sides and three angles are given. This is your objective. Right? Then material is required. Material is required is the same, like for the previous activity. What is the material that you want to construct this quadrilateral? You should have your
Geometrical instruments, pencil and ruler.
The geometrical instrument. Pencil and ruler. Alright? Could you write it down? Somebody is coming so early to the class. How disgusting is that? Okay, have you written it down? Okay, now coming to the unruled side. So this is how you write it on the ruled side. Now coming back to the ruled side. Sorry, the unruled side, where you have to write the question. So first write down the question on the top of your unruled page. What was the question given? Construct quadrilateral MIST. Construct quadrilateral MIST. Where there are two sides given. Which way are the two sides given? Okay, am I going above the view? Consider quadrilateral MIST where my M height was given as 3.5 centimeters. IS was 6.5 centimeters. Angle M was given to be 75 degrees. Angle I was given to be 105 degrees. And angle S was 120 degrees. So this is the question that was given to you. Construct quadrilateral MIST, where MI is 3.5, IS is 6.5, angle M was 75 given, and angle I 105, angle S your 120 degrees. Then you should have drawn your rough diagram edges. I'm sorry, I did not carry the scale with me. Use the scale to draw MIST. So this is 3.5. This is 6.5. Now M was 75 degrees. This is 105 degrees. Then also 120. So this is your option. Alright. So this one you should have written on the unruled side. Then your construction can happen somewhere slightly below, which you have already seen. You should be able to complete. Now we will take up the procedure part, that is the steps of construction. Let us quickly write it down.
This diagram, can we reduce it to much smaller, because the original construction occupies little more
I
length.
have not given you any specific size for the rough diagram. No, I never specified any size. You can format your page according to the available space of the page. Okay, so that you don't have to discuss that. You can please do it. Now again we are back to the rule side. Let's have to write the procedure. Right? The first step. Yeah, so then you should be able to recall the steps one by one. What was the first step?
Ma'am, draw MI that is equal to 3.5 centimeters.
No. That's not the first step.
Ma'am, draw rough figure of MIS.
Figure out.
Quadrilateral MIST. Second step. Now you can continue. Somebody was telling me the second step already. Draw
Draw MI is equal to 3.5 centimeters.
3.5 centimeters. Good. Third step. What's the third step?
Ma'am, mark 75 degrees.
Construct 75 degrees at M and draw the ray. What was the ray in the construction? We have found
Ma'am,
the
Z.
ray MX. Am I right? Draw the ray MX. Am I right? Please correct me if I am wrong. Then what was the next step? Again, you had the next angle drawn. This is not. What was the next angle? Where was it drawn?
Ma'am, construct
Construct
105
Construct 105 degrees with I, ma'am.
I
Draw the arc
and draw
IX.
Draw the ray. Draw the ray. What was the ray called? IY. Maybe I named it as IY. Then, what was the next step? After the two rays were ready, what did you do? Come on.
Ma'am, with I as center and radius 6.5, cut an arc.
Yes. With I as center and radius 6.5 centimeters. And radius 6.5 centimeters. Cut an arc to intersect IY at S. Okay, so you got the point S. Next, what is the next step? Construct 120 degrees at S and draw the ray SZ. Construct 120 degrees at S and draw the ray FZ. Then what was the next step that happened? When you drew that ray, what happened? You got the fourth point or the fourth vertex. Name the point of intersection. Name the point of intersection. I think it is going out of my viewfinder. Name the point of intersection of M, X and FZ as T. The point of intersection has become T. So once you got T, what happens? Therefore, MIST is the required quadrilateral. Is the required quadrilateral. Next construction there, you are going to construct the quadrilateral. This is case 4. Because already 3 different varieties of quadrilaterals we have seen. This is the 4th variety of the quadrilateral. There you are given 3 sides and 2 angles. In the previous construction, you had 2 adjacent sides and 3 angles given. Now here, there are only two included angles and three sides given. Included angle ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ three sides ಒಳಗೆ ಇರೋ angles. It is not outside the three sides. Alright. If RT is 3.5, RU is 3, and UE is 4. So these are the three sides given to me. And which are the two angles which are falling within these three sides? It is angle R and angle UEP. RUEP is the required quadrilateral. Right? So once the rough diagram is ready, now we will start with the construction. Like usually, we should start with the base of the quadrilateral, which is RU. So draw a line segment RU with a length of 3 centimeters. That's the first step that you have to do. So let me go and draw the RU. So once you have located R and U, you should write it is equal to 3 centimeters. This much all of us should be able to do as the first step. RU, 3 centimeters. Right? Now both at R and U, you have the angles given. So we will construct those two angles now. So let's see what's the next step. At R, what is the angle given to me? What was the angle given at R? It was
170.
75 degrees.
So you mark the 75 degrees and extend the ray as we did in the previous construction. So keep your protractor at R, measure at 75 degrees. RU is the baseline. So your zero will start from the right side of the protractor, right? Then go and measure 75, mark the point there and draw this ray. So once your 75 degrees is ready at R, the ray will
Now we have to construct the 120 degree in U.
Yes. The next step will be to construct 120 degrees at U. So first mark this as 75 degrees, then go back to your U. No, the next step, I am not taking up the U because I finished what is there on the left side. I know the distance between R and what was the point given, the fourth vertex for the quadrilateral. RUTS was given, no? You don't remember? Okay, never mind. So what was the distance given? At least that, did you remember? If you have drawn your rough diagram, you should be able to tell it. So with R as center and radius equal to, how much radius did you take? 3.5 centimeters. With R as center and radius 3.5 centimeters, you will cut an arc intersecting the ray, that is the 75 degrees ray at T. Alright, the arc and the ray will intersect at the point T. How did you get this arc? You took a radius of 3.5 centimeters in your compass, kept the compass at R and you cut the arc. Alright, so on the left side the construction is done, the side is also done and the angle is done. Now moving on to the next vertex, that is U. There you know that the angle given was equal to 120 degrees. Can you see the measurement is happening from the left side now? The zero of the protractor is here. I hope this is visible. So from 0 it moves on, that is 90, 100, 110, 120. So when you see that 120, mark a point there, remove your protractor and draw the ray. Alright, so the ray is ready now. The next step should be, you have to again take a radius equal to whatever is the length given for R. Sorry, you guess, I think it is guess. Let us see what's coming there. First you mark the 120 degrees at U, then take your compass, take a radius equal to, I think it was given as, I don't remember, I don't have the rough diagram here. I think it was 4 centimeters. Okay. It was 4 centimeters. So take a radius of 4 centimeters in your compass, keep the compass at U and cut the arc. So where the arc and your ray, which is 120 degrees standing, the point of intersection between the arc and the ray will be E. So you will mark the point of intersection at E. And then what do you think should be the next step? It is obvious. If I have to complete the quadrilateral, I have to join the T and
And join T and E and the construction will be done.
it will be complete. Yeah. You will join the T and E with your ruler and then that entire construction is done. Right? So this is how the construction has to be done for this case where 3 sides and 2 included angles are given. Alright, any doubts? No? So I think then we will go back to the board and try to write what we had to. I will be able to take up the next construction. We will be running short of time, but quickly we will write down what is the procedure for this construction. Now you should be able to tell me. Come on, one by one. What is the question? Okay, we have to start from the
Ma'am, title and objective.
objective. Yes. I think you should be in the position to write it down on your own. This is activity 8.
Ma'am, whatever activity we do in this chapter is named as practical geometry.
Yes. Because it's a chapter, na, that chapter only we are doing. So the title will be practical geometry. Write it as little quickly if possible. Because we are already at 10 o'clock. You have the next class. Practical geometry, objective. What is the objective? To construct a quadrilateral when 3 sides and the 2 included angles are given. And I have to shift my camera. To construct a quadrilateral.
Why do we say it is as included angles?
Because it is between the 3 sides. It is not an angle which is outside the 3 sides. That's why when I was showing the diagram, I was telling you that those 2 angles are between the 3 sides which are given to you. That's why they are included angles. To construct a quadrilateral, then 3 sides and 2 included angles are given. Then I think material required you should be able to write. I'm not writing it.
Yes, ma'am.
It is the same for all the activities. It is your geometrical instrument, your pencil and the ruler. Alright, so I hope you will be able to complete that. Now, getting back to the left hand side. There you have to write down the question first and then write the steps of construction back to the rule side. So we will quickly do it. I will be writing a little fast, you have to cooperate with me. Alright? So, on the top you will write construct. Construct quadrilateral. RUET, where RT equals 3.5 centimeters, RU equals 3 centimeters, UE equals 4 centimeters. Then 2 angles are given, angle R and angle U. Angle R is 75 degrees and angle U is 120 degrees. So this is your question. Right? So then your rough diagram, you should be drawing it RUET. RUET, where your R is 75, your U is 120, RU is 3, UE is 4, and your RT is 3.5. This is how your rough diagram should look. Alright? Then you know how to do the construction because I've just shown it to you now. Now we will quickly recall the steps so that our construction will be complete. So you will come back to the rule side. Then you will do the first step quickly.
Ma'am, draw rough
Draw a rough sketch
diagram.
of quadrilateral.
And we should draw the rough figure, ma'am.
Rough sketch of quadrilateral, the name is given. Quadrilateral, R UET. Second step. Draw RU equals 3 centimeters. Right? First step. Construct 75 degrees at R. And draw the ray. I don't know what I named it. We call it R X1. Okay. Then the fourth step. With R as center and radius 3.5 centimeters.
Ma'am, we should cut an arc.
Cut an arc. Cut an arc to intersect RX at T. Next. After that, next step, construct 120 degrees at, where are you constructing the 120 degrees?
Ma'am, at U.
Ma'am, at U.
U, ma'am.
Correct. So construct 120 degrees at U.
Ma'am, and draw the ray.
120 degrees at U and draw the ray UY. Next. With U as center and radius 4 centimeters, am I correct? With U as center and radius 4 centimeters, cut an arc to intersect UY at E. The next step was join
Join T and E.
Correct. Therefore, RUET is the required quadrilateral. So I hope you should be able to complete this activity so far without any confusion. So I think we shall stop here. I will stop recording first.